Very often people think it's gonna be funny and then they realize it's not really. We really do music. It's not impossible to make music with vegetables. My name is Susanna Gartmeier and then I'm a member of the Vegetable Orchestra. The orchestra exists since 18 years now. The first instrument was the tomato, because you can do sound with tomatoes, but it will be messy for sure. We go shopping on the market first. We choose all the vegetables there. We have 3 kinds of instruments. One is the ready-made. You can just buy it at the market and play it. It's like the pepper, it's called, no? It's ready already. And then there are the simple instruments, like with 1 cut or some cuts. You get it like that. Then with the more complex instruments, we have some that work like normal instruments, you know. The pumpkin is the bass drum, and the sound of the pumpkin is really important.
Good.
After shopping, we go to the venue and start to build instruments. All in all, it takes 2 to 3 hours to build all the instruments for everybody. And then we start with the sound check. And since we have new instruments each time, we have to have a very long sound check. We have a lot of different musical influences in the orchestra. Since we're really many people, everybody's interested in different things. We make a soup during the building process of the vegetable instruments with the remaining vegetables, and we serve it to the audience after the concert. And it's also after hearing and seeing us and smelling the vegetables, which will be intense in there because it's so small, this theater, and then you can also eat it. You never get it out of your head anymore if you're in the orchestra to look vegetables in another way.
An ice instrument has the purity and the clarity of the heavenly realm. It's not of the earth in the way that a wooden instrument would be. There's so much potential in ice as an acoustic material. My name is Tim Linhart, and I am the founder of Ice Music. Ice Music is the music that we make on this orchestra of ice instruments. The idea first came to me about 21 years ago. I was an ice sculptor for many years. Decided one of my sculptures I'd like to build a giant violin. And I had a friend who was building guitars, and he just asked the question, gee, I wonder how that one's going to sound. And that question has swallowed much of the rest of my life. The instruments are made of white ice, which is a mixture of snow and water. It's filled with snowflakes and air bubbles and all kind of different things going on. To make a single instrument, a violin or viola here, the ice part takes about 5 or 6 days. I can probably build the whole orchestra here in about 7 or 8 weeks. We have violins, violas, cellos, bass, guitars, mandolins, banjos, drums, and xylophone. Ice music is not just classical music or experimental music. It's a wide variety of different things. This winter we'll put on about 45 concerts. The concert hall has a specific design. It's one giant ice cave. The igloo right now is 10 degrees Fahrenheit. It's definitely an issue in ice music that people's fingers get cold. People play with a variety of different kinds of gloves. Some people play barehanded, but for me the temperature is, the thing that I really need to make ice music work. So many people just cannot wrap their brain around a piece of ice making a sound or a beautiful sound. When they come into the ice concert hall, and they're just very, very pleasantly surprised, and that releases a real kind of a high for people. And then, wow, it's amazing.
It's the same technique like a trumpet, but you don't have any buttons to press. You only have to do it with your mouth and with your air. I'm Tim Lin, I'm 16 years old and I play the alphorn. I started when I was 6 years old. My father is Chinese and my mother is from Belarus, but I am born in Germany and the alphorn is not common there. Sometimes people come to me and ask me a lot of questions. For example, where are you from and why do you play the alphorn? For some people it's really crazy. For me, I play with heart. I love this instrument and the music. The Welles Drink Pure Festival in Nantes is an international meeting for alphorn players. The best players in the world come here to compete. And last year I won the first prize in juice category. At the alphorn festival, other things are here. Folks dancing, some kind of wrestling. But the most important thing here is to play the alphorn. Most of the players are from Swiss, but there are people who come from Germany like me, or the USA. During the competition, the jury is blind, so they sit in a tent and see nothing. They only hear. When I play, how to describe? I feel lucky, yeah. To play in the mountains, it's a great experience because nobody has such a view.
I always thought, a snowshoe would really make a great cello. A wooden chair back makes a cool guitar body. It turns out that one of my most playable instruments is a golf club. I'm seeing that transformative quality in my head all the time. What can I say? I'm attracted to trash. I don't know why.
Check out the Jimi Hendrix of shovels.
It's a guitar made up of lots of, junk.
He even plays his zipper. From Brooklyn, New York, please welcome Ken Butler.
My name is Ken Butler. I'm an artist and musician and known for building my own experimental instruments. Since 1978, I think I've made around 400 instruments. This whole thing started for me when I was in my basement in Portland, Oregon, and I saw a rusty, old beat-up hatchet. Put 2 strings and 2 tuning pegs on it, plugged it into my guitar amp, and was quite stunned that it actually sounded like a horrible violin. The axe violin was the first time that somebody said, "That's a cool idea." If I go walking around the neighborhood, everywhere you look, you see such amazing conglomerations of potential sculpture. There's crutches, tennis rackets, parts of furniture. Boom, I'm right there with that. When I build stringed instruments, really just need three things: the head, the neck, and the body. A spoon has that parameter. A key looks like a guitar. It has, and then there's the little body. This is from a very inexpensive mandolin. Of course, some of the things become crazy Baroque assemblages of multiple necks. It's ridiculous, but that's how it works. My shovel guitar, I guess it's a small snow shovel. It's just a quirky object and it sounds unbelievably beautiful. The qualities and character that the golf club has is amazing. There's one that's made from a beach paddle that has a ukulele neck and a cane. Sometimes people think my intention is humor. It's not. I think it's surprising to people that I can generate genuine emotion and meaning and real music on something as ridiculous as a hockey stick or a tennis racket or a broom or a shovel or a golf club. At the real core of what I'm doing, it's to communicate to other people that the things right around them can be magical and transformative and even spiritual. Who knows, if I hadn't found that axe, what would have happened?
I'm sure if someone were to look inside my window while I'm playing, they probably would have no idea what's going on in here. To watch a theremin being played looks really strange. My name's Pamela Stickney, and one of the instruments I love to play is the theremin. Like, what the hell was that? I don't know. So the theremin's a synthesizer, and it's a synthesizer that's not controlled with the use of a keyboard like a piano. I'm controlling the pitches with my left hand, and this hand is just the articulation hand, the volume. It's controlled without any physical contact. And you can make it like a bird. The really big challenge with the instrument is it's reacting not just to my hands and how they're moving and my fingers. It's sensitive as well, to my whole body. I've recorded on an album of David Byrne's, Grace Jones, the Indigo Girls. It's such a new instrument still that there's nobody who's going to stand there and say, "You're not doing it the way it's supposed to be done." I don't think there's anything else like it. It doesn't relate to anything else I've ever played.